Yo, this is a motherfucker who needs no introduction. You are watching Breaking Records Radio.
You are now tuned in to Breaking Records Radio. Before How About Some Hardcore ended up coming out, Fame was on that compilation, The Hill That's Real, and that was in
Yep.
1992. He's featured heavily on there, but you weren't rapping, at least in the studio at that period of time. Was there ever a conversation about you possibly hopping onto that, considering you and Fame were childhood friends, and at the very least you were rapping for fun at that time?
Right. No, it's because I was away from the neighborhood at the time. So, as a young age, like we didn't have this quick communication that we have in our palm of our hands right now.
Yeah.
We didn't have all of that. But I remember maybe a week or two after our return, maybe a month after our return, is when they were shooting the very first video off that project. And me, I'm sort of more of a standoffish kind of dude, so I didn't even get in the video. I just kind of walked to the corner, watched them do their thing, whatever. I was around, but I didn't, get it in the video, whatever. So, yeah, that was that. I wasn't around, so there was no way I could even be involved with that. But as soon as the next situation presented itself with Fame, actually the day I came back, which may be a month before they were shooting the first video for the Hill That's Real project, the day I came back, the very first day, Fame said to me, "I want you to do a song with me." And I was like, all right, cool. Just let me know when. And a few months later is when he walked up on me and told me he needed to come to the studio to do the song. And this was after the Hill That's Real was out. So, yeah, I just wasn't around for that, bro. But if Fame was a part of it, if Fame is heavily on that project, then that means I am as well, because that's how we move with each other. We are us.
Fair enough. That compilation, hearing that for the first time, that must have been kind of important to yourself, right? As you said, Fame and yourself are kind of one, and at the very least, at that period of time, you would have been best friends. Hearing your best friend on a project so heavily featured, because it's not like Fame's on one song there, right? He's on 3 or 4, maybe 5 cuts. What was that like hearing that?
He wrote, he's on 3 or 4, maybe 5 cuts, and he wrote maybe 3 or 4 of the cuts on it. It was amazing because, well, first off, again, we're in a time where there was no quick access, so there was no emails or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I had just heard about it. I think either my mother told me or somebody told me on the phone that he was making music. And when I actually came back home and I heard it, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And to hear how he was spitting. Now, this is another thing you got to understand. I didn't even know he was rapping until I heard it on the songs, on the record. So I was blown away. See, that's what I mean. Like, our life did not, it wasn't music didn't surround us outside of listening to it. You know what I'm saying? Music didn't surround us like that. So it's not like I was like, oh, I know Fame, you know what I mean? Of course, we didn't call him Fame. Then we called him Slap, Little Mallet. Slap rap, so I know what it's going to sound like or whatever. So I was blown away. And it was good. That's what really got me. I was like, wow, that is good.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? So I was very happy about that.
I've heard you